Welcome back, everybody. Well, this evening I'm working on putting some batter boards up. The last video, I got all my corners marked out and got everything squared up and ready to go. So I've got the transit set up and I've established my elevation that I want the top of my foundation to be. This is going to be a monolithic pour, so I'll pour it all at one time. So I'll set these batter boards up so I can pull my strings off of it, but once I get them set, that'll establish the elevation of the pad once everything is ready to pour. While I've got my transit set up, I'm gonna go ahead and make me a reference point that I'll be able to use until I get my concrete poured. You know, on a construction site, anything can happen. Batter board get bumped or anything can happen. So what I want is a reference point that I can come back and zero off of. That way I can check myself as I go through the, footers being dug and up until we get our concrete poured. So what I'm gonna do, I'll take the transit, I'll find where that elevation's at, and then I'll drive this down to that elevation, and then I'll be able to come back and reference it if I need to. I've tried to put it here in the corner where hopefully it won't be in the way. Once I get it drove down, I'll stick this cone over it so maybe I don't run over it. This is the moment in time where you just pick it. You can spend 10 minutes trying to get the last 1/8 of an inch fine-tuned. I know anybody that's done this before knows what I'm talking about. I think we're there. I'll stick my cone over it. Hopefully nobody runs over it, but if I need a reference, I can come back over here, set my stake on top, or my stick here on top of the stake, zero out my transit, and then I can go back and check myself. And that's a little bit of an insurance policy. When you work by yourself, you got to learn to improvise. So I've found when you put these things up, cut you a couple angle blocks, and they can sort of be your second set of hands, help you get everything held up and plumb, or level rather. If you wonder what I'm doing with this metal strapping, these concrete stakes, a lot of my boards are only getting to hit one hole. So what I'm doing is taking this and setting this down on top of that screw and then clamping it down from each side. That way I can sort of tie it into that stake a little better, because I need these babies to last with me here for a little while. Then somebody bumps them, I don't want them going anywhere. Well, that's one more project done. Next up, we'll pull our strings, get our string line squared up, which all I'll have to do is square up off my peg, so I've got everything already. The pins are in the corner, so everything's square, so that'll give me a reference mark to be able to pull my lines off my batter boards. But after we get our lines pulled, we'll go in here and locate all of our drain lines, and then we'll be able to dig a ditch and put some pipe in the ground. So anyway, we're making progress, but if you watch this one, I appreciate it, and hey, we'll see you later.